let's make this incredibly delicious, very comforting and easy to make meal or dish or soup or stew, however you want to call it. Just call it your ways. It's called khash in Armenian. I don't know why it's called khash, probably from the word khashel, which means cook, and this thing cooks forever, for hours. Usually they would cook it overnight and serve it, of course, in a morning, early morning, most importantly. And this is one of the dishes that's being served only in winter time. You can't have this in summertime or else you'll be banned. I'm joking, but this is hearty, very, how would I say it? You eat it very hot, so I don't think you eat something super hot or comforting in summer. Anyways, that's not important. If you've been following me, we went shopping to Mexican supermarket to buy cow feet. Let me show you. They sell them already pre-cut, cleaned, which is just perfect, because I remember my grandfather cleaning them. They would look so horrifying. Huge cow legs with hairs, and he would burn those hairs and then shave it. It was a long process, scary. But nowadays everything is so simplified, we're very happy. So we bought 7 pounds. This will serve probably 6 to 7 people. And this pot, I believe, should be 5 liters. There is no recipe for this dish. That's why you just go with it. You just add a lot of water, a lot of beef legs, cleaned, and you cook it forever. Also, we end up buying, although I wasn't planning on cooking this cow belly, as they call it, but at the last minute I decided might as well do this one, because this had like specific smell to it. When you cook it, when you eat it, it has nothing, no smell, no nothing, and it's so delicious. So we got 2 pounds of this thingy. Although I don't remember the ones that my grandfather would make. I don't remember this part. Look, this looks like a very fancy necklace. Anyways, I bought it. I'm gonna cook it and let's see what happens. What you do, you leave those feet in cold water, and then you change that water once in a while. I've been changing this probably, I don't know, 10-15 times until the water is nice and clear. Although I'm gonna pour this out and show you the rest. This is not traditional, adding baking soda, but I do it once in a while just to remove any extra smell or, I don't know, odor probably. These are feet. And I'm adding some boiling hot water and bring it to a boil for 5 to 10 minutes and discarding this water. It's a process. I'll let this cook, and while this is cooking, I'll prepare this cow belly pieces. I'm just gonna cut them into bite-sized pieces. I wonder if this is okay to add, although I'm not adding this to the main dish. This is gonna be on the side because not everyone likes it in the soup. So if they prefer to have it, you just ask the guest, would you like some pork? If they want pork, you add the pork, which is belly, to their soup. So my husband doesn't like it, that's why I'm not adding. Some people add it at the end. They don't cook it together. This looks so not normal. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I'll add some baking soda, boil it until it boils, and then discard the water. But this one 2 times, discarding the water and then adding more water, letting it cook until it's fully cooked. That's it. I'm just eyeballing this. It's nothing. They don't do this, but I think we should start doing it. Oh my god, you can smell it already. You can't. We can. That's why not everyone likes it. But trust me, when you eat, you don't smell anything. It's just smooth, tender, So good. Let's go cook. This started boiling and it's been boiling for a few minutes now. What we do, we take it carefully and pour out, discard all the... Oh! I got scared. The sink popped. I'm just gonna wait until all that water is fully covering the feet and then start cooking forever. I'll cover it fully, but I'll keep my eye on it, because if it boils it can pour all over the stove top. You don't want that, but when you cover it, it comes to a boil faster. Thank you, Helena, we didn't know that, just in case someone doesn't. Yeah, and we need to also clean and remove all the scum, whatever part, those foamy nasty things. So yeah, let's leave this to boil, and this one has been boiling already, so I'm gonna discard the water and add more water. I hope you don't get discouraged to make this dish, because it may seem very hard. It's worth it, trust me. Or if you can convince someone to make it for you, that's even better. Let's do this. Actually, it doesn't smell super bad. It's okay, it's a cow smell. Okay, this goes to the same pot. More boiling water and more boiling. This cooks faster than this, so keep an eye. Just try it, like taste it or test it, and you'll see it cooks very fast. Oh, not yet. This started to boil and I took the lid off just on time, and it doesn't have too much of that skim, because I already poured out the boiling water, so most of the skim, so I want to say skim for some reason, already like poured away. Okay, I haven't spoken or filmed cooking video in English for ages. It's like I'm backed up, so bear with me, I'll be back soon. Okay, it's okay to once in a while kind of stir it up. Now I'm gonna reduce the heat and let it cook with half covered lid, probably 6 to 8 hours. And once in a while I'll show you how it looks. Easy. And this thing, I think it's been cooked how many minutes? 30 minutes or so. It should be cooked. No, not yet. It's still like very rubbery. It sounded like rubbery. Lavash, it's probably the most important part when you make hash. When you say hash, you think of lavash. See, they even rhyme. Traditional flatbread, Armenian. It's simply the best kind of bread because it's very flat. It's not like any other bread. You eat a little bit piece of lavash and you're happy. You're not very full, but you're satisfied. For this specific meal, we serve it with dry lavash, and you need to dry it ahead of time. If you're in a hurry, you can dry it in your oven. If not, usually they do it a day ahead. And it's a good idea to kind of cut them into proper small pieces. Let me show you how. By the way, I get my lavash from Boston, House of Lavash. They have a shipping within United States. I'll link them in the description if you want to order lavash with your hash or just in general. Feel free, it's really good, it's delicious. No preservatives, no additives. It's a great lavash. Okay, you do this, lay it flat, and then you cut into squares. I'm not gonna measure the squares, please. You eyeball. because I have a lot of time, so I have guests for hash tomorrow, I'm gonna simply leave it outside on a cooling rack or anything you have on hand. I'm just rolling them as like cigars and setting. It's easier to serve and it looks much nicer. And you do this and let it dry outside or wherever place you prefer. And that's it. Oh yeah, and garlic, but we'll talk about it probably tomorrow when we start serving it, tasting it, enjoying it. So well worth it, all this effort. I don't know how much lavash you will need, honestly. It depends how much bread do you usually use with your soups. We use it a lot. In about 8 to 10 hours, this should be ready. And how you know it's ready? It should look like milky white or beige color, I should say. This is how it should look. And I like removing all this grease from the top, although some hash fanatics may not forgive me, but I don't like having it on a very heavy side. It's already quite heavy meal. And if you look at these bones, they are almost, look, they're like naked. So you can remove them or you can just leave them in there and just throw them away after it's over. It's over. So yeah, this is ready. This one has been ready for a while. Look, it's nicely cooked, soft, and I found out that the one that looks like a necklace, that one cooks faster. The other one cooks longer. So I don't think it's a good idea to cook them together, or eventually they cook at the end together. So this is ready. Oh, one important thing, I should say, one important component to hash is garlic. You can't have it without garlic. There are some weird people that enjoy hash without garlic. It has completely different taste. You taste the cow with garlic, you taste the hash. So a lot of garlic, depending how much you like, how strong you like the garlic taste. Let me squeeze this quickly and show you what we make in this thingy. Then you grab your ladle and pour some of that delicious and hearty bouillon over garlic. You can strain it, but try to be careful not to pour any meat pieces in there. A little bit more, and this needs to stay about an hour or so. That's how you can of course grab a garlic and squeeze it into your soup, but that's not how we do it. So yeah, this is ready. And we never turn off the hash until guests leave the house, because they may want some more. You want it to be always hot. And let me just quickly remove this grease. And the hero of the day, I don't know if you watched the previous video, we've been hunting, searching for daikon for hours. So yeah, we serve it with daikon or radish. But daikon is a radish, a kind of radish. It's so good. Also pickled vegetables. And dried lavash. That's it. I would suggest to cut it before your guests arrive because it tends to dry out a little bit. Or you can simply cover it with damp cloth or towel. It will stay juicy and warm. Okay. I think we're done, guys. I showed everything. Oh, the lavash looks already dry and crunchy. That was the crunch from lavash. Okay, I want you to see how appetizing it looks in the plate. I mean, if you never tried it, it may not look or seem delicious, appetizing, or worth to try, but trust me, when you try it, you'll fall in love. Don't forget to ask your guests if they like some belly with their hash. I'm gonna add it later. That's it. You noticed I didn't add any salt because you don't add salt. You let your guests or whoever eats hash, they add it to their preference. That's how we do it. I mean, you can add the salt, but we don't do it that way. It's a traditional, it's very strictly traditional meal. It has to be prepared and served certain way. So yeah, basics: daikon, herbs, cheese, radish, pickled vegetables, and that's it. You don't serve anything else, or else. I'm not gonna try it right now because I'm waiting for my guests to arrive, and hopefully I'll manage to show you how delicious it looks. I just wanted to show you a real quick look how we normally or usually set the table. We have the cheeses, and you don't have to have like 10 or 11 kinds of cheeses, but I think it's important to have a variety of cheeses. These are the appetizers or things we would serve with hash. Salt always goes separately, and normally they would put the salt in small plates and everyone would grab it with hands. I don't know, that's the tradition, you go think about it. And lavash, of course, that's it. Also, I need to make some wet towels because hash, when it cooks that long, it's very sticky. When you eat, your lips kind of stick together and hands may be sticky too. So we always put some wet towels. Okay, I said it, I'm gonna run. This is how we eat it. We add some garlic to your taste. I'll add a little bit more, and then some salt. You always salt to your taste. No one ever can tell you how much to salt. That's that. I think I salted enough. I like it with these pieces of meat. I think it's delicious. For my husband, I strain it. I'll show yours. It's like a baby soup for him, right? And a lot of lavash. Hold on. Thank you very much. Илья, вкусный? Delicious, yeah?
Это чисто мое, это для живота просто такое.
Праздник живота. It's a feast for your belly. I have a witness. Delicioso. With famous daikon. And of course, men eat this dish with vodka, but since I'm not a man, I'll skip the vodka part.